Robin Miller, Graham Rahal, soon to be a married man. Okay, I pick up a copy of Auto Week and there you're on the cover holding your pretty girlfriend, and I said, racing has certainly changed in my lifetime. Now, who proposed to who? Tell the truth.
I told her I was going to wait till she did, but I don't think that was ever going to happen. So, no, I mean, it was good. It was fun. I think the most nerve-wracking part was probably asking John for his approval.
Oh, my God.
He just went silent, which is amazing, isn't it? He didn't say a word, actually. So, but, yeah, it went smoothly.
You know, I think the thing that's interesting, too, is the fact that we did something last year at Texas before the race started, and we talked about you guys going to each other's races. But in all seriousness, who drives when you go to dinner? Tell the truth.
Me. She never. I don't think. I think maybe I've been in a car with her driving like a handful of times ever.
Thank God. If you would have let her drive, we would have had to end our friendship.
Listen. And I tell her this all the time. She drives in a straight line for a living.
Exactly.
Okay.
She has no idea where to turn left.
When you drive to dinner, you have to learn how to hit the brakes and turn and things like that. So it's a little bit different for her.
All right, let's move on to 2015. Sadly, the National Guard left, but you guys seem to be recovered okay. Got some sponsorship announcements coming up.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've done actually a pretty good job of retaining all those that we had. I think a lot of them have increased their spend with us. Clearplex came on board. That's a big one for us. I think we have some more that are coming. But we've made a lot of changes, within the team. Last year was a tough year. I think there was a lot of personality issues within the team, and unfortunately lost a lot of guys because of that. But with Eddie in charge, we had a test in Barber the other day. We found well over a second out of the car, and I felt.
And that's Eddie Jones.
Yeah, with Eddie Jones, and Martin's back with me, who obviously extremely well. Martin was with me at Newman Haas, and he was with me at Ganassi. He left Ganassi to go to Multimatic, so he's been working on shocks and things for the last few years, and he's come on to kind of run our damper program, but also will probably help Eddie a little bit just because he knows me. He knows my field extremely well. And then Mike Talbot worked with Wilson for a long time, was in Newman Haas with us, then went to HPD. He's joined us to kind of lead our simulations program, which is what he was doing at HPD. So, I think with all those guys in charge, we definitely have a group that is more cohesive. Everybody wants to work together. Everybody's getting along, which is nice. And I think everybody's excited for what's ahead. I mean, last year was...
But we gave you tough grades at RACER, but you couldn't have been happier last year. And I've said this as long as you've been driving. You've got the talent to be a champion and to win races. But you and Marco have to start. We need you guys to win races for IndyCar to get on the map. Don't you feel like the pressure's, you know the pressure anyway? Yeah, and I mean, Marco, even just, he's in a team where they've won a lot of races in the last few years and won championships. For me, we just have to keep working hard. I mean, I think this year anybody can be critical of things that happen because it's easy just to look at the scoring sheet and see where we are. But there's a lot of races. Toronto running pretty good both races, got up to past 108 for third in the second race, and the gearbox explodes. Well, unfortunately, nowadays it's different than the old where I can't just jam it into gear. So when things like that happen, it's either mechanical or an electronic deal. You look at Indy, the engine keeps shutting off. I mean, literally anything. And I started the Indy 500. This is the truth. On a setup, I had never turned a lap. Not one lap of Indy on, which is never what you want to do. But that's what we did. And unfortunately, everything that could have gone wrong did. And that's what we deserve. At the end of the day, 19th in the championship is what we deserve. However, I think there's a lot of places where we were pretty strong. In Detroit, I don't know that anybody pushed power as hard as I did in Detroit race 1. And race 2, we get punted by him in the first lap, So it's just, as you know, character builder.
When you get these bad luck swings, they come in years. And then it turns. Look at Dixon. He had some tough years, and then all of a sudden, boom, hits at the championship, and that's the way it goes. So,
all right, last question. Robbie Gordon only dated blondes. Have you ever dated anybody besides a blonde? I know you're marrying a blonde. Is it pretty much blondes forever?
It's been a while. I think the last brunette I dated was like 6th grade. Does that even count?
That doesn't count. All right. Well, we hope we see you in Victory Lane this year, kid. Thanks for your time. Robert Miller for RACER.com.